Hey everyone, welcome back to another video / live stream, whatever you want to call it. It's a bit later today, I know, but I had to do some things first, but now we're here. We're gonna look at the new unit and the arc and stuff, everything like normal. I don't know how long the stream will be. I don't expect it to be 2 hours, probably gonna be a bit less than that, because I've already done most of the events and stuff, but I'm gonna go over everything anyway, so let's start where we normally do, looking at the new unit and the arc. Now, this is very interesting. I don't know what people think about this. I'm worried about this, I really am, because if it's a permanent unit, but there's also a UR arc in here, so it's kind of strange, and it's very painful to do this because there's a permanent unit. You can get a permanent unit anywhere, anytime, and there's a UR arc, which you can only get right now, so it's kind of bad in that way. But let's have a look first at the new unit, which is Murren. I didn't expect him to be a unit, to be honest, even though he has been a unit that's been in the story for quite a long while. So let's have a look. I haven't really looked at him properly. I've mostly just seen him from the videos and stuff, not really anything else from that. So his sprites do look pretty cool. He's in a mech, which kind of makes sense, because mechanical Murren is like engineer type unit, which is cool. So stats, here's a machine type. I do kind of like machine types because I think that's most useful in Arena, because most units in Arena are human types. So HP is pretty nice, some pretty good defense and strength, so I think from looking at him, he's going to be kind of a hybrid tank / DPS unit. I don't know how good his DPS is, but we're going to have to see. I don't know if we're going to get this unit either, it kind of depends on how it goes. Probably will, but we'll see. So, attribute resistance -20 to thunder, so don't put him up against thunder units or enemies or whatever. Element resistance is pretty good, but weakness to stun is very painful. Hey, how's it going? Only just started. I'm expecting to do a lot of summers later, but I'm hoping it goes best. Hopefully it goes well. Haven't done that many summers. I've had to try to stop myself from doing any before this stream, but weakness to stun kind of sucks, not gonna lie. But you can definitely increase that resistance if you really want to, but having resistance to everything else is pretty good. So abilities, yeah, I'm really gonna need the luck this time. Well, to be honest, my luck's been pretty good recently, but hopefully it stays like that, because if it doesn't, this is gonna be a very painful stream for sure, because a permanent unit and a UR arc, I need that arc, you know. Definitely gonna get the arc, it just depends on how much it's gonna be. So skill 1, I don't remember the skill hit counts, so I should really keep those before I start the stream, but we get to try them out later anyway, maybe, we'll see. Skill 1, frontal jumping medium area fire combo attack. So I was thinking this the other day, like a few days ago, we need more fire DPS units kinda. Yeah, 5, 11, 18, I remember his skill 3 is 18, that's the only one I remember because I know 18 is pretty high for a skill 3. I don't know what his skill stocks are, because I haven't seen anything like that, but I usually test them out and see their skill stocks at that time. Skill 2, wide area long range fire combo attack around the target, punch attack damage cap plus 30,000. I do like big numbers, but usually those massive numbers are only like 1 or 2 hits. Now if you put dueled on him, then yes, it's going to be like 2 hits, but again, it's nothing crazy. Skill 2, charge to deal with frontal medium area fire combo attack that pushes enemies. Now I think his skill 3 can be pretty good, but I don't know how good it's going to be yet. Maybe it might be useful, because when it's skill 3, I'm thinking of Nero's skill 3, similar to that. 3 hits for his punch attack isn't that bad. I don't know, I haven't looked at all of his potential DPS or anything like that. I haven't really looked at anything. Hey, how's it going? I'm glad I'm seeing some people around here. So special skill, powerful frontal wide area fire combo attack. That's kind of weird. So what I'm getting from his special, what I'm understanding from his special, is it's not a single target, it's kind of in an area. We haven't had that many units like that. So that means if you group all the enemies together, then it sounds like it can hit all of them at the same time, so that's interesting. But again, I haven't done any testing or seen any videos on it yet. Punch attack damage cap plus 100,000. That's just like one hit most likely. So those are all the skills. Hopefully we can get to try them out later. I have done the events and got a few tickets. It's only like 4 tickets. Not that many tickets. Hopefully they bring out some more tickets. Good thing about the tickets is the UR is available, but there's no rate up for it, which is very sad. I know people don't like that, but still, at least the UR's in there. Some incredibly lucky person gonna get that UR from the tickets. Give me those luck, please. I need that. Anyway, traits. Not as much text as I've seen previously on the more recent units, but chance to resist flinch from non-thunder physical attacks. Now I don't know what that chance is. I'm hoping it's useful, because what I'm thinking is, if it's hard to really say this, but if you're getting hit during a skill and you're not getting flinched, but what if, I don't know, it really depends on how that works really. Shift Merity is pretty good. I really need to use her more. I know her skill 1's pretty crazy, but I've mostly just still used Roy and everything. We need a few more fire DPS units. We haven't had fire or dark in quite a while, even though those were the top for a stupid long time. Physical attacks and special damage taken minus 60% is pretty good. That could be pretty useful in like hard boss stages, but right now we don't need that. Probably going to be useful for newer players that need to survive and have a hard time with those stages, but I am waiting for them to add some more story hard bosses. I need those. I need that content, I really do. I'm waiting for it. He looks pretty good, yeah. I don't know how good yet. But magic attack damage taken plus 20%, so yeah. I don't think he's going to be good in arena because a lot of people are using mages right now. So yeah, I'm not going to use him in arena, I know that for sure. Chance to get stunned when taking thunder magic attacks. Again, that's kind of a downside as well, but if you're not up against magic thunder, which in most content, like bosses, they're not going to be using thunder magic, I'm assuming, because I don't think there's that many that use that. So it's not a big deal, it's mostly just a massive thing in arena. Yeah, pretty much. And also Eliza. I've just been using Eliza all the time in arena for now, because I like my team, I personally do, it's pretty good. Machine equips machine strength plus 100% and fire damage 40%, damage cap 8,000. So that's only the machine equipped strength, so if your machine has 200 strength, then it's going to add 100% to make it 400. Nothing crazy really, but the fire damage 40% and damage cap 8,000 pretty good. And you do have to have a machine equipped for all of that, so you must equip a machine. I don't think there's any fire machines weapons. I know his paid weapon is. I had a quick look, I didn't look at it properly, but his paid weapon looks pretty nice. And you could always just put on Trishula, that's probably the best one to use in most cases. Wave Start boosts units' HP and defense based on number of machine types in party. Now I like this quite a bit. It's not the best thing in the world, but I like using the skill from, I don't remember what it's called, but the skill from the Alchemist collab skill. I should probably go to it because it's pretty good. I've been using it on almost everyone. I've been using it a little bit less recently, but on most units. I should press this button. There you go. Automail Mechanic. Automail equipped skill. Because this adds machine type. So, and also physical damage and less damage taken. I personally like this skill quite a bit. But that adds machine type and gives some buffs too, so I always like that. So if you have that on literally everyone, could be pretty nice. Because it's, yeah, at wave start. Makes sense. And by the way, don't look at my gold, it's been a lot of arena farming, I know. Ignore that. Yeah, it says wave start, so yeah, definitely going to be a buff, because at the start of the wave. So if he dies, he's going to lose that buff. So yeah, not that great. But wait, I can think of something. Here's the thing I'm thinking of right now. Is what if you had Gorm's buff on Murren, as well as Murren's trait 2 active at the same time, have both buffs active? That might be pretty good. Don't know how good, but in my head that just sounds pretty good. Because I think his trait 2, since it's a buff, the defended buff doesn't, it goes based on the base HP, doesn't it? So that could be good. Yeah, it could be a lot of HP. A lot of people like to brag about their stats, so I don't really do something like that. But anyway, those are the traits. They are interesting. I was hoping to see Murren be more of like a unique unit, but I think he's got some skills that are quite unique. Because I like those debuffs and buff units, because we don't get many of those, they're quite rare. And I'm still surprised that Thuria is still a top unit, and she's been out for like a ridiculously long time. I don't know how she's gonna get outdated, but we'll see what happens. So skills, I think this is the first permanent unit that has a charisma. So that's interesting. They could have just made him a DOH unit. That would have been good, because this banner comes with a UR, then it means other DOH units would be available too. I personally would have preferred that more than a permanent unit, because of the UR arc, that's the only reason. If it was an SSR arc, that would have been fine, I would have just saved crystals. But now I can't. So charisma, all machine type allies strength and defense 30%. Don't really care too much about this. Really don't. I mean, you could see this being useful, but stats are not really a big thing. Defense up max, fighting spirits, these are all nice. Guards, a few guard skills, not that many, but it's just a few, which is always nice to have those because they're pretty good. Machine busters, physical attack, special encounter, and anti-machine type effect. So that means he's basically going to be effective against himself. If you're using Murren, you're fighting a Murren. You can have Machine Slayer, basically. Machine Mastery, that's a lot of text. That's quite funny how small that text is. When unit has machine type, give an anti-stone type effect to physical magic attacks and special encounter. Damage taken from stones, minus 10%, and skill damage 10%. Okay, well, I think that amount of text is unnecessary, but whatever. Fiend Shield is nice to have, I do like that. Anti-type shield is whatever. Auto Brave, Auto Protection. Now here's some good skills down here. Most of these were like tank skills, pretty much. Some Slayers. And now we're getting into Fire Drive. No Fire High Drive, which is sad because I don't have that arc. Fire Mega Drive is great, more damage cap. Fire Attack rates 3 as well. But you also get Machine Mega Boosts. So having these three, pretty damn nice. Shockwave Tube is also very nice. I personally like Shockwave skills for Arena. I don't know how useful it is, it just feels like it's useful. Armor HP plus 3 is just another weird skill that they decided to make because they felt like it. Armor equipped HP plus 20%, so only when you have an armor equipped. So if you want him to be a pure DPS, then obviously you're not going to get that buff. Ultimate boost 3 is okay. Sharp Eyes, sure. Breaker. He could be a good break unit. I don't know what his break is like, haven't seen it. I don't really test breaks out that much, I don't really care about breaks. In most cases you don't really need to break. I mean, I know in multiplayer stages sometimes it's useful. Beast Alliance. Most of these are alright. There's not that many unique skills, they're mostly just skills like new, just pretty good skills overall. I think some down here are new. Where magically attacked unit takes minus 35% damage from the magic's attribute once per wave per attribute. Kinda weird, but okay. draw more enemy attention but become less likely to faint, boost movement speed is pretty nice, I guess. Kind of for tanks, that's pretty good. HT recovery speed 10%, minus 10%, and skill damage 30% and damage cap plus 5,000. And that is pretty good, you get more damage cap as well. And 125% break. So yeah, could be a good breaker, but we don't know yet. Mineral extraction is an interesting one. This is basically for all the people that don't have Great War of Ruin. Item drop rate increase times 1.35. It's not going to stack with Great War of Ruin, but if you don't have that arc, then this is the second best option. So yeah, that's all of his skills. There's nothing really amazing. I mean, there's some good skills here. He's kind of a mix between a tank and a DPS unit. I would say he's kind of a good mix between both. I wouldn't say he does one better than the other. Maybe DPS a bit more. I can't really tell yet because I haven't tried him out or anything. So I'm not going to make any assumptions yet. But he does seem like he can be pretty useful. And I personally do like DPS units that do have some survivability as well. So this is pretty good. He doesn't have the best DPS in the world, but still could be pretty good. So yeah, that is Murren, a permanent unit. For a permanent unit, he does actually seem pretty good. So let's look at the arc next, which is a UR arc, which is very strange, incredibly strange, but I'm not going to complain about it. I will definitely complain if it goes terribly wrong with the summons, but hopefully it doesn't. So, I do like the artwork on this. Looks very nice, they always do. HP, the stats, nothing crazy. Defense pretty good, weirdly. Defense and mind. Okay, I guess it's the stats are whatever really. But the traits, I personally like this trait a lot. It has some potential, and I can definitely see some use in this. So that's one reason why I want this arc. But we'll go over into skills once we get to it. So trait. Physical attack damage 15% is nice. Physical attack damage taken minus 10%. I guess that's nice too. Now here's the kind of weird bit. For 15 seconds from when an enemy activates a special, give all allies a damage taken minus 50% and damage cap 1000 buff once per wave. Now here's what I was thinking when I first heard this. Does this buff apply before the enemy special hits your units? Because if it does, that could be incredibly useful. But if it activates after the enemy has used its special hits, then I don't see any use in that, because the special is like the main damage. So if you can take minus 50% damage for all your units when the enemy uses that special and it applies to that special, that could be pretty good. Yeah, she definitely doesn't have a charisma. I hardly used Shift Medine, to be honest. I used her a few times. When unit is alive, all allies skill damage cap plus 1000. Now that's the main reason why I like this trait, is because you can put this on any unit in your team, and every single unit in your team is going to get plus 1000 damage cap to their skills. That's even more damage cap potential, so that's why I liked that trait. That's basically the only reason, pretty much. So yeah, a decent trait. It's quite interesting. It's nothing crazy, but this is nice. Now let's go over the skills. There's some good skills here. A very good skill at the bottom, but yeah. Crowd Force to resolve up 2, Guard Vitals, Vitality Phasers, whatever really. Godbuster, I don't see myself ever using that, because you don't really need a Slayer on your counter or special hits, do you? No, I don't see any situation where I would use it. Maybe in the future, but not right now. Giant Killing 2 is the main reason why this is like a really good skill. I thought it was going to be around 15 SC, but it's 12, which is nice. Skill and special damage to bosses plus 20% and damage cap plus 2000. Now I want this skill on my melee, so I'm going to get this arc just for that reason alone, but I'm half joking there, but I do want Giant Killing 2 on melee because she's my main DPS unit at the moment that I use for most stages. So Giant Killing 2, not many units have this, so this can definitely be a very good skill to have on a lot of units. and I'm probably just getting sold by that alone, I know, but whatever. It's a good skill. Getting 2,000 more damage cap with a unit that has dual wield, basically getting 4,000 more damage cap because you're getting double hits. So, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Giant Killing 1, I never really use it, it's a bit expensive, but Giant Killing 2 for that extra damage cap is pretty good. It's pretty good for getting more damage cap for 12 SC. Sure, why not? And bosses are the ones with the most HP anyway, so you're going to need that damage cap. I can definitely see that being useful in a lot of units. I haven't really looked too much into who it's going to be useful for, but I know melee is the main example and the main unit that I want it for. And obviously, every old unit's most likely not going to have Giant Killing 2, so that could be good. It's going to give older units like Loggia even more damage cap if you really want to that badly, but whatever. And also the trait is going to give them more damage cap too, so there you go. That's the main reason why I like this arc at the moment. So the arc skill is nothing crazy. I don't really like this arc skill very much. You'll see why. All allies get HP cap plus 10,000 and recover HP. Again, you don't really need that. And get damage from bosses minus 50% buff. And a nullify insta-kill buff. I don't really care about this arc skill at all. I'm just going to keep this at level 1 because I don't really care, but yeah. This, I could, in the world where bosses are even harder and do even more damage, I could see this being useful, but right now, I've got all of the hard bosses completed, so I don't care about this skill at all because it's not required for anything. You could do it without it easily enough if you get someone like Thuria that makes it a lot easier, so there you go. I don't really like this skill very much, but some people might find use for it, like newer players could definitely get some use from this. Now I don't know what it is at level 1, we will probably find that out later on, once we get it. And the Archie for rewards is a pretty good one. It's not the best in the world, but still some pretty good things on here. The stats, or whatever, don't really care too much. Nothing crazy with the stats. The traits, damage from bosses minus 5% when there are at least 2 living allies, damage from enemies minus 10%. A decent trait. Yeah, a pretty good trait. Less damage from enemies and less damage from bosses. I do kind of like that. And also resistance to everything. Yeah, I can definitely see this accessory being pretty good and useful. So, I'm not complaining about this accessory, it's nothing bad. It's obviously not the best accessory, but it's still a pretty solid one, so I would definitely take that. And if you do get this arc, definitely get this, because why not, you know, it's worth having. And you could use it on an arena team if you really want to. It's a good option, not gonna lie. And yeah, that's that arc. A pretty good arc. It's nothing crazy, but I do like the extra damage cap bonuses and the arc keep rewards pretty good. The arc skill we're not really going to talk about, but yeah, everything else is pretty good, and Murren's pretty decent unit from the looks of it, but yeah, that's both the unit and the arc, so let's go over the paid equipment next. I did have a look at this earlier. I think so far the weapon looks better, but let's have a look at the trading space. They did add another event. I've pretty much almost already finished the event stages, but obviously not all the points yet, and not all the materials yet. That takes a lot longer. But let's have a look at them anyways. I did get 2 tickets already. There is a prism here. Might as well get all this stuff. It's going to take quite a bit of farming. Mega clusters are always useful. Gonna need those. So you might as well just farm them all, because why not? Because you can. There are 2 tickets here, I've got those already. There aren't that many tickets, I was hoping for more. At least like a 10-pull ticket. It might be in the mission rewards, I didn't look at that properly. I might look at that right now. In a second. Right now. Just in case. Because I don't remember what... There are definitely some tickets on here. There's one. I did get a few already. Some more clusters. Usually there is a 10-pull ticket here. But... doesn't look like it yet. It's most likely going to be in part 2. If there is. I'm assuming there is. There usually is. But yeah. I recommend most players to probably just save and get the tickets first and see what happens. That's usually the best thing to do, but yeah, let's look at paid equipment now. So he's got a paid machine, weapon, and an accessory. So, weapon first. It's the fire machine weapon, which is pretty nice. I don't think we have any of those, or not many, that are good. Strength is nice. The trait, I do kind of like this trait, but the only thing is it doesn't add more damage cap, which is what I'm a bit disappointed about, because I like more damage cap, but again, either physical attack damage plus 15% is nice. Break 50%, so more break could be useful. Transfer skill attacks to deal extra fire damage. Now I do like those things that increase, that have a chance to an extra hit, because it also scales with your damage cap. They are pretty useful. I do like those. And we don't see that many of those. I want to see more of those. Because imagine a unit that has like 100 extra attacks. You know, that would be pretty crazy. If they had like 0 damage cap, but a ridiculous amount of extra hits. Could definitely see a unit like that in the future where they got less damage cap and more hits, you know, that'd be weird. But again, that means more lag, I know, but still a pretty good weapon. I would definitely get this if I do get Murren. It depends. We're probably going to end up using that many paid crystals anyways. Now the accessory, I would say isn't as good, but let's see. So stats or whatever, more HP. Trait is a bit weird. It's not the worst thing, it's actually decent. So the charisma gets a 5% more boost to strength and defense. I don't know why they did that, because 5% is literally nothing. It's not really going to do anything. I mean, 5% more stats to strength and defense to your whole team if they got machine. I don't really care, but again, that's like a minor boost. Stats, ailment recovery speed 30%. Don't really care about that. Continuous haste effect is like the main thing from this trait, I would say. Continuous haste is pretty good. And the attribute resistance is 5 to everything, and resistance to stun. That's probably the main reason why this is a somewhat decent accessory. It's definitely not my favorite, and there's definitely better options depending on what build you're going for, but if you end up getting the credentials and spare, then you might as well get this, but obviously I would recommend the weapon first. Yeah, I would definitely get the weapon first and the accessory if you want to, but don't go for it specifically. We'll see how things go, but the continuous haste effect could be nice, and nothing really crazy like other paid equipments we've seen in the past. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So I guess we'll move on to summons next, which might be painful, but I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm hoping it's not. I'll just have a look at the event quickly right now. So the event is lasting 2 weeks, and usually that means there's going to be a part 2. If it would connect. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't want to have to wait here for like 10 hours. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. It's summons time. Okay. Summons time. I'm hoping I get the UR first, because, I mean, I'm hoping in the best scenario, I would get the units in like 30 pulls, and then the Ark like 50 pulls. But we'll see. I know. Yeah, that's definitely my plan, but the thing is, I do still want Murren so I could showcase him and try him out. But if I do get the UR first, then I would definitely stop afterwards. But the thing is, the UR is at 0.4%, so the chance of getting the UR first, a lot lower than getting a unit. Hopefully this game loads, because it's been kind of dumb right now. Don't know why. I could switch to the Steam version, but I kind of need my paid crystals to be able to use those. I don't know if I should change my emulator to a newer version of Android. Maybe I should do that, because I don't think it's going to load for some reason. Maybe I should, I don't know. I'm not going to the Steam version, that's when I do the testing of the unit. Shouldn't take very long. I had to do this before the stream started. It only took like 3 tries, because 3 tries is the perfect number. I definitely noticed that on the emulator, it's the slowest, pretty much. I only use this because it gives me access to the paid crystals. When I go on the Steam version, it only gives me the paid crystals on there. The free crystals. Just don't freeze this time, then you'll be good. Then we can go on to summons that people apparently like to see me suffer. I mean, I haven't suffered in a while. Sometimes I lose my sanity, but not that often. Don't freeze again. I did like 110 pull before the stream. I got 2 red dupes. I probably shouldn't, but I'm just gonna close this. Yeah, the emulator isn't doing very well right now, and I think that's definitely because of the new game version. Because it didn't happen before this new version, before I updated it. And it's not a problem with my computer either, even though it's a bit slow sometimes. It's not that. Maybe they're just telling me not to summon because they know that it's going to go terribly wrong. Maybe. I'll keep trying, it's going to work eventually, even if it takes 100 years. Probably won't. Yeah, the time trial was very weird. I could have a quick look at it and everything. I could probably do that. Don't freeze again, just load the thing. Or I can go onto the Steam version. I can't stream on my phone. I used to be able to years ago, but I haven't been able to for quite a while because it's a lot easier on my computer. Doesn't seem like it right now. I could just close the thing and open it up again and maybe it will load better. I think I'm going to do that. Or I could just wait for it to load, but it might not load because it's just frozen. Yeah, I'll have a look at the time trial in a minute. I'm going to restart the emulator because it might be stupid. And there you go. If I have a look at the drive, what's Android? It's using, I don't know what Android version it is using. It's probably an old Android version. That might be why it's not the best. I would have done more time trial, but I just gave up after I got my time because it was incredibly painful. It was the weirdest time trial. It was difficult, but in not the way you would think. It wasn't strategy, It was just how fast you can click and how good your devices are. And if you're on iOS, most likely. There is a update I could do for the... But I don't want to do that yet. Now load it. There you go. Might just do the same thing again. I'll probably just show what team I used. Probably wasn't the best team. There's always at least something that I'm missing with the time trial. Always costs me some seconds. Oh yeah, and I did change my notifications for Streamlabs. So when that happens, you'll see it. Is it gonna load this time? Half loading. Seems like it is. There you go. Right, I'm gonna quickly look at the time trial just because. So I would have went for a better time, but I felt like it was a bit difficult for me. I mean, I don't know how these people do this, but I tried many times. I was mainly just wanting top 10, so that's fine. Top 10 still gets one UR Stardust. I'll probably just show my team. It's a weird team. Mostly just Alice, and more Alice, even more Alice. That's pretty much all it is. As much damage cap as possible, and I use obviously a Alice support, and on the second wave I have to use Sarah's special. I don't know if I have to, I felt like I need the damage cap extra, and the last wave I had to use like both of these UR Ark skills, and yeah. Sarah's pretty helpful because you get more damage cap when she's in the party. I was hoping for more. Only reason I have Medine is because of the trait giving everyone SET, so then it allowed me to use both Alice Special in the first wave to clear it, without having phone booth, which still sucks, because I kind of want it now. There's nothing crazy, it's just most people using the same builds, all the charge skills and everything. Once people understood that, it's pretty easy from there, but I didn't use Lukel. I could have tried that, but I didn't think of that. Because I just thought, oh, just Alice Special is all you need. Okay, let's just move on to the summons now. Yeah, Saintly 3 I could have used, but it would have made no difference, because Medine was still enough. So yeah, it wouldn't really have done anything. I managed to clear the first wave in 0.25 seconds, second wave in 0.46, and actually 0.44 was the best one. And the final wave took a lot longer because I had to use 2 Arc skills and Sarah's special and 2 Alice specials. Actually, yeah, I think it was 2. Are there going to be any animations here? I don't think so. If we get a red, no we don't. Don't speak because the game shuts you up as soon as you start speaking. And when there was like a few days left, I just continued doing Arena. I'm still doing Arena right now. I want to reach 150,000, then that would be good. There's like 2 more days left of Arena season. Arena's pretty crazy. 3 again, it's a blue. There's a gold. 2 people showed up. Can this be a red this time? If it's something new, if it's a red, it needs to turn it to blue. Remember that. Because UR Ark is what we're looking for. We need that UR Ark. We need it. No reds. Because there's no animations. If Tharia shows up, she's got to do something more than that. Usually 3 is a good sign, but not all the time. Hopefully it goes well. I'm prepared with my crystals, don't worry about it. I still worry about it. My plan is probably to use mostly 3 crystals, but 3 again for the 3rd time, but it's a blue this time. So, probably still no reds, am I right? Please tell me I'm wrong and I get a red that is not a dupe. But I don't think that's gonna happen, because if there's 0 animation, I'm just gonna press 1 animation, 2, maybe not. Still no. Great. At least you get the credentials and some unit souls. Guess that's nice. So the pity for the UR Ark is at 400. I wish this was a DOH banner. Oh. I didn't realise this step gacha was different. I didn't look at it, because I thought it would be normal. Huh. Well, I'm gonna do this. Because it turns out it makes it cheaper and you get more stuff for it. So this is 1000 paid crystals just for a 10 pull. It's pretty nice. Please at least be a red this time that is something new, that's the UR Ark. The rear again, you showed up so much, is a gold. I have a better feeling about this one, but no, still nothing. This is what happens. Why does the game give you a big troll? It's very weird. Anyways, that's a cheaper 10 credentials than what you would usually spend. That's a good thing. It's the most disappointing thing when you see Tharia show up with everyone and it's a gold. Usually you think, oh, there's no way this can lose. And then you get 0 animations and it just... Okay, well... No reds yet, which is sad. Very. Oh, really? Well, there's a gold, so potentially, but... I feel a bit alone right now, so... I don't think there's going to be anything here. It has to be 2 or 3 animations to be a red, otherwise it's going to be absolutely jack nothing. You'll see. 2, 3... Still nothing, that's very surprising, because 3 animations usually means something better. I can't have any expectations, otherwise you get disappointed all the time. Okay, this is final lap 2. It guarantees a red. It says an SSR plus guaranteed. What it means is, oh, you're going to get 1 SSR arc dupe, and that's it. That's what's going to happen. So we get a guaranteed red here, but we don't know what it is. Obviously, we know it's going to be a dupe. Tharia. Obviously, we know there's at least 1 red in here, but hoping for at least 1 more. Doesn't look like it at all. I mean, my luck was pretty good with Alice. I got her pretty early. Probably only 1 dupe, isn't it? Yeah, damn it. Why is it like this? I mean, that is a newer arc, but it's already at +2. So, as expected. Lap 3 is probably what I'm not going to do. I don't need to do lap 3, do I? I'm not going for the unit specifically, just the arc. Yeah, lap 3 is more expensive, you get Murren at step 5. And how many have we done? How many paid credentials do we have? We only need, not many, enough for the paid weapon and that's it. Which I know we've already got that much. The game's still being slow. Just don't crash, because that would be terrible. And that would mean our luck is just gonna disappear. Yeah, it looks... This is dumb. I don't know why. Okay, tell you what. I could move over to the Steam version because I've done all the paid crystals that I wanted to use. Because the emulator isn't doing very good right now. You can see the menus, game music still plays when I exit the game. Very weird. I'm probably just going to move over to the Steam version. Then we can do more free crystal summons. I'll try this at least once more, because I might use some paid crystals to go towards the summons for the Ark. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try something after the stream with first updating the emulator and maybe updating to a new Android version to see if it works better. It's worth a try. So I don't know how many summons we've done. It feels like a lot. I think it's like 50. So yeah, I don't think it's going to go well. I already knew that it wasn't going to go well, but yeah, I'm just going to move over to Steam now. This will be better. And then we don't have to worry about stuff. Close this one. You're going to go disappear. I'm not going to use Nox anymore. And then I'm going to open this. There you go. See, I'm all prepared. Am I? There you go. It is a bit bigger, so you can see more now. Amazing. This is going to be better. A lot better. There you go, it's already loaded. Perfect. Now, trading space. How much do we have right now? 41, we can get the weapon. We'll do that. And I'm at 16. Damn, okay. 55. Sure. Well, free crystal time. Paid crystals are on the other version. We'll have to do some free crystals from here. So let's go. Hopefully we get more luck now, because we didn't even get anything new yet. We only got one red, and that was the guaranteed red. How bad is that? The rear. It's a gold. I'm not gonna fall for it this time. I'm not gonna. See. This is dumb. The rear usually gives me more luck than this. I could just press the skip button, but it's boring. Another blue. If it's 0 animations, I'm pressing skip. I don't care what you say, I'm pressing a button. There's one. One's not enough. See? I'll skip this one, because maybe the game wants me to. Nope. This is the worst summons in the world right now. Because I don't know how you can get worse than that. Because I don't know how. Okay, I'm gonna do singles until we do 5 singles, then we'll be at perfect number, 10 number. There's a red, but it's nothing. I've only gotten reds from this banner from single summons, so... can this be the single summon that changes my life? No, it's not. Maybe it is. You are Ark. Go! It isn't, but I didn't have that, so I like that. Yeah, the game wants me to do single summons. There you go. Something new is something nice. Yeah, 10 pull summons are really not doing it for me today. They're really not. So I think we're gonna have to do the single summon way, which I don't do normally. $89. Okay. Do one more single summon and then see how it goes from there. It's just weird how I've only gotten reds from singles. Is this a red? No, it's not. Okay, if I do a 10 pull and there's 0 reds in there, I'm just gonna, I don't know, continue single summons because I don't think 10 pulls are giving me the worst luck right now. I have to do whatever it takes to give me more luck for. Yeah, this is gonna be another nothing, isn't it? Well, single summons it is. 3 animations, only 2. Not enough animations for me. Gonna need those 3 animations. Even 3 isn't enough, we've seen that. Well, there's gonna be a bit of a longer summon session, I guess, because single summon time. We'll see how this goes. We've already gotten 1 new thing from single summons, so maybe it will continue. Doesn't look like it so far. I don't know what else I can do. There's nothing really. If nobody shows up, it's just an instant skip. How many blues am I getting? I don't know. 3. Skip. Yeah. I got pretty lucky with Alice too, and usually that means my luck's gone, so everything after that's going to be completely nothing. See, I got Alice from the 310 pool in the step gacha. This is going nowhere. You're really giving me this. Okay, Tharia, you got to give me the luck this time because I swear, if you troll me again by not giving me a red, I think we're not friends anymore. So you better do it. You're telling me it's striking. There's 3 animations, you can't say it's not a red. There you go, at least there's a red, but it's a unit which I don't want because I want the Ark. Well, yeah. Getting anything from tickets is pretty lucky. I think I'm gonna go and... Okay. I kind of expected this to happen because my day hasn't been the best so far. I'm probably gonna have to use some more paid crystals because this is going terribly wrong. And I said I need this arc, so there's a red. It's only 1. Why is it nothing new? Because it isn't. I just want this arc because the traits and giant killing 2. And, you know, I prepared my melee for this, so I'm gonna get it, and I still don't have Murrens, so yeah, this kinda... I'm gonna try and load up Nox back up to see if I can actually get that working again, because I need to use some more paid crystals, because they've given me more luck. Just gonna change this. There you go. It's happened in the past where I've used a bunch of free crystals and I got nothing, and then I do one pull with paid crystals after that, and then I get something new. Worth a try. Sometimes the game just wants to take my paid crystals, which gives me more luck than free crystals. Sometimes happens. I could always just get more. Obviously not forever, but you know. Please work. I've always used Nox because it's the emulator I used for a different game, and I heard that BlueStacks wasn't as reliable. Okay, there you go. Here you go. There you go. Okay, we're gonna... I don't know what we're gonna do this, and this is gonna give us the UR Ark, or Murren, from this temple. Or it's just gonna freeze. Sure. Really? Okay. I don't know why the emulator is being so dumb. Because I've already pressed the summon button. Okay, well. Don't know what else to do. I can't really do anything. Yes, I am aware of this. If I press anything, it's frozen again. Well, I kinda need to stay on the emulator, it's just not responding, which is unusual because it's always worked every time in the past, apart from this one time that it's not working. Explain that, game. I would do it on my phone, because that works fine, but I can't stream on my phone. Is there a way to link my phone screen to my Streamlabs? I don't think so. I wish, but that would be complicated. I mean, I can have a quick look. Adding a media source, screen capture. Let's hope that... It would be cool if I could do that. Screen capture... Yeah, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can get my phone screen. I don't think that's possible. I don't want to use all my free crystals, so I'm gonna try to keep doing the Steam version. I mean the emulator version, but it's still not working, so I could try the new update. You know, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna just continue on the Steam version for now, while the emulator is updating. And we're going to have absolutely no idea what we got from the summon we just did, because, yeah, it could have been a dupe of anything, we'll never know. We'll never know. Obviously it's not going to be UR or the units, that'd be incredibly funny. I mean, I'll double check, but that were to happen, I don't know where Murren shows up on this list page, but obviously we got nothing from that, so go. I'm gonna update it. 3 gold. Don't troll me, please, don't do it. I swear, if you do it, better not do it. Don't do it. You didn't do it. Only one. It's not the Ark, but I'll take it. There you go. There's the unit, we can try him out, but doesn't mean we're stopping. Why is this update so slow? It's still at 0%, you stupid thing. Really? 4 megabytes out of 455? 4.5 megabytes, skip. Something UR, please, I need a UR. Yes, there it is. Finally, my suffering is over. Now I don't have to worry about the stupid emulators now. I can do that later. Because it's at 1%. Update. It's taking 100 years. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not complaining. I love this artwork. It's so good. There you go. 2%. Really. Okay. Let me ignore that for now. I'm just gonna come back here. Hey. So that wasn't the worst thing in the world. I know I say that every single time I do summons, but it's true. Could have gone a lot better, but could have gone a lot worse as well. 176. Okay, well, if you want to, but I swear, if you do one multi and get the stupid UR, I don't know what to say, I really don't. You got a Murren. Great. Nice one. I mean, I'm not complaining, but Murren is still something. What should I use these on? Well, I'm gonna save them for now. 3rd time's the charm, really. You're gonna get a back-to-back like I just did. Well, now we can do the showcase. Yeah, I would skip, but here's the thing. Here is the thing. If you skip, then the UR is not going to be available for quite a while. So, if you skip, you're missing out on this arc. Yeah, definitely time to stop. Because sometimes you end up losing everything and rage quitting, like I've done that many times. Okay, let's move on to... I'm just going to use this team. I've still got to build you. I really got to build you. I haven't been building you enough because I've been doing too much arena and I've been busy with work. Where's Murren? Ugly face, there you are. He looks like a garden gnome, doesn't he? Yes, he does. With a hat. Yeah, chasing URs is something you should never do, but it's something I'm doing recently. As you can see with all this collection of arcs, it's beautiful, amazing, but again, I'm kind of limited arcs. I wish I had more of those. UR arcs. Do I have more URs than limited arcs? Maybe. Anyways, let's level this up. So at level 1 the arc skill is HP cap plus 5000, get damage from bosses minus 20% buff, give unit a nullify insta kill buff. Well, kinda trash, but I've seen worse. Well, I haven't actually. It's alright, it's not worse. It's not terrible, but I would never extend this for UR Stardust because it's not worth it. Even if this is your only UR, just don't, please. Please don't. We're gonna level this up, but we're not gonna be able to get it to level 10. I do kinda like this. Looks pretty cool. Now, who are these characters? I know that's obviously their Groog, but who are these for? Is the question that I don't know. I mean, it's because they don't have their helmets on, is why I'm confused. Probably is why. We haven't seen you, have we? Or maybe it's the guy from the story that I remember that gave... Baran and Rabala makes sense. It's you and you as future units. I heard someone mention that. Ruto makes sense. Lance's sister is a very weird one because I don't remember that at all. There's a lot of lore in this game and I love it, but I wonder if there's gonna be a collab in 2 weeks from now. Devil May Cry collab rerun, please. It's either a collab or a DOH unit. Either one is fine. Yeah, they've been doing a lot more collabs, which I'm fine with, but sometimes gets expensive. But they are pretty fun, not gonna lie. The biggest question is what collabs do people want to see? What new collabs do people want? I don't know. I personally don't have preference really, because most likely it's going to be some kind of anime collab, which I don't look too much into. Yeah, potentially. I mean, one thing you could do is do these daily pulls, and you could get the UR from those daily pulls, because there's still 13 days left. If you manage that, I'm going to be very impressed, because that luck is just crazy. But anyways, what do I want to do? Collect soul spots, just in case we get enough red souls. Yeah, it sometimes works, but it's rare. So, level 9. Can't get it to level 10 yet, but almost. Never be able to put Giant Killing 2 on melee. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Okay. I'll have to do that later. We could get this right now, but I should use some of this Ethereon, but I'm not, because I don't know why. Let's start building Murren then. I do like his art, because if it was just going to be his ugly mug as the back, I don't think it would have looked that great, would it? But I like the snow. Looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like a Lagravos situation, where it's got like it's cool backgrounds. The unit himself isn't the main focus of the picture. So let's just do everything, learn everything. That's quite funny. His sprite is covering this button. His sprite is covering this button. Yeah, his sprite is weird. We haven't really seen anything like this apart from it. Reminds me of you, Claire. Reminds me of you because you got like a golem, which is almost the same as a mech. You can see the resemblance, kinda. He should have been a DOH unit because then it wouldn't have made me feel depressed when doing the summons for a permanent unit. 170 whatever summons for a permanent unit. I know, ridiculous. Who would do that? Not me. Yes, me. Let's enhance. What someone needs to do... Someone needs to do this, hear me out. Someone needs to get this picture of Murren and just put a garden gnome hat on his head. I would love that so much. That would be meme worthy, wouldn't it? Potentially. Just turning into a gnome. That is a great idea. Someone must do that. Then turn it into a sticker or something, I don't know. There's a lot of options, but putting a gnome hat on his head is just has to be done, it has to. I can't do Photoshop that well, but I know someone probably can. Now let's learn everything, all of the skills. Won't be doing a 5th enhance, definitely not a rainbow potion. I've still got 2 left, I'm saving those for no idea. I'm probably just going to be checking Discord just in case anyone turns it into a gnome. It's going to be funny. Yeah, tower's pretty good. I was thinking of using the new Murren Ark in the tower. Make a new team. My main DPS unit is still melee. I haven't tried Roland in tower because melee is better in my... I just prefer melee than Roland, even though I got Roland to +8. I don't know, my Roland luck is pretty lucky. Don't know why. I do notice that most people don't care about permanent units because the streams of DOH units or certain units or collabs get more views than permanent units because people don't care, probably because I don't summon is the main reason. People like seeing my wallet suffer because they can't do it themselves, or they just want to see how much of an idiot I'm being. Probably a bit that. I'm interested to try him out. One thing is, we need to teach him dual wield. Never. I always remove card information And do I even use a card? You'll never know. What do I use? You tell me. The secret. We'll never know. I wouldn't worry about it. I do need to learn dual wield on Murren, so the showcase might be a bit off. I might go into the event just to teach him dual wield. And I just remembered it's 5 PM where I am right now. And I need to cook dinner. But I guess we can just forget about dinner for now. Takes like 40 minutes as well. Shockwave 2. I don't see myself using Murren very much because I just use other units, but it can still be fun. Yeah, I guess I could. All the crappy summons has filled me up, and the UR arcs made me even fuller, so there you go. Probably, at least I have a drink, but I don't know, I hardly eat anything. It's a problem, I know, but I think what I'm probably going to do is tomorrow, or today, probably today, after the stream, do more arena, because I don't know why I keep wanting to do arena even though I don't need to. I think we've almost taught everything in here, unless there's one. What's his award? Minus 1% physical damage taken is my guess, or it's minus 1% something. It's 1% of something. It's not going to be damage cap. Oh, it is damage cap. There you go. It's a permanent unit with a ward that increases damage cap. Very rare to see those, because I swear, the last time I looked, every single permanent unit ward was not a damage cap increase. Machine equipped physical damage cap. Love it. Okay, so that's all of his skills apart from one. Really, where is it? Where's that stupid thing that I can't find? Other people probably get this problem too. I wish there was a unlock all button. I can't see it, I really can't. It's one stat upgrade, I know it is. Here it is, there you go. You stupid thing. That 50 strength was just what I needed to make him overpowered as hell. Now he's done, completely done. Now let's get him to... what level? I usually get him to level 60. I have so many first rate power potions, but I just like saving them. I don't know why. I'll just get him to 61. And then probably just farm the rest of the XP from the event and auto farming at night time. Hooray. Since I've got 2 phones at the moment, I use my older phone for doing auto farming. It's kinda good. Okay, so that's everything. Now, one thing I didn't think about is equipment. So right now I don't have dual wield on. We'll have to do that in a bit. But right now, obviously paid machine for now, but any other options, here's a problem. One, which is paid. There are 0 machines that are fire attributes that are not as paid, so there you go. Other machine options include Trishula, and that's it. Nothing else that you want to use. Mecha Cannon could be good, but it's not really anything. I would probably, the only two machines that I would use on this guy is Trishula, or is paid. And if you're putting on dual wield, the second weapon could be anything really. So you could just put on his paid weapon with Trishula, or you could put on his paid weapon or Trishula with like a sword with sword boost if you want, for even more damage if you need it. That's more of like arena build damage. But for now, let's look at armors. I mean, I don't really need to look too much because most people should be knowing by now what armors are good or not. Some people don't. And I'm not going to be using armor in his final build. I like dual wield too much to give it up. I could make him, that's a good option, making him a single wield DPS unit and a tank at the same time. I don't think it's worth doing. Dual wield is definitely going to give him more potential damage than single wield damage. Because the new Eldravana has the skill that gives 10,000 damage cap. For now I'm just going to put on any armor, doesn't matter what it is. Really doesn't matter what it is. I'm just looking for something that gives like skill damage. I don't think there's anything. Well, there you go, that's fine. Accessories. Depends on your build, but I'm gonna go for damage mostly. So, if you're going for damage, all the basic damage accessories. If you're going for defensive, then you know, same defensive accessories. You could put on revives if you want, but I'm just gonna put on. There isn't much options, is there? Because he's fire. Actually, I lied. There's this one, which I like a lot, and there's also anything else. Sure. Okay, we're gonna go with that for now. And I'm gonna start trying them out in the same stage I always do. And after that, after we try them out a little bit, I will go into the event to try and teach him dual wield, so then we can do it again. That's gonna be fun. So let's put on the normal stuff and go in. I might as well use this, even though it's level 9. I will try it out just for the testing purposes, and so we can see the skill animation as well, because I haven't seen it yet. Usually I would, but I'm doing everything late, it feels a bit weird. Okay. I don't expect him to hit very hard, but we'll see. I haven't seen many or any people with Murren as their support, probably because most people don't care, or just because they don't want to. We're just gonna go in like this and see how it goes. So, how much skill stocks does he have? 533 is actually pretty good skill stocks. Actually great. Might as well use Great Wall of Ruin, and we'll see what the Murren Ark skill animation's like. Might as well use the Charisma, because why not? What's his stats now? Obviously not crazy, but he's not even built, which is his base stats. Holy War the animation. Okay. A bit weird, because the animation looks like it's hitting enemies, but it's actually not. Okay, let's try the skills now. Skill 1. Okay, first of all, this very hurts my ears a lot. Okay. Skill 3. It's always fun testing out a new unit, no matter who it is. Oh yeah, I see. It's hitting all the enemies, you see that? That's interesting. Like a mech unit. Well, I can't tell if the stream just cut out or not. Seemed like it did. I don't know why. We're gonna go into the event and teach him dual wields, and then we're gonna do that again. Don't tell me. That's fine. Let's go into the event. This day has not been the best day, and for me, it really hasn't. It's been a bit weird and bad at the same time. I just want to teach him dual wields, just to give a better idea of what his damage can be with dual wield. And then we'll probably try out all the damage cap increases, because why not? And more damage. I don't know if I should do events or skill study dungeon. Don't know how much we get from this in terms of learning skills. He's right next to Barcelo. How funny. You have the privilege of being next to Barcelo. You're very lucky. Might as well awaken as much as I can. There you go. And put on Sandworm. There you go. And we should be able to get dual wield. And then we'll try it again. We'll try a few more things, and then I'll have to finish up because I need dinner. I do. I really do. I hardly eat anything until dinner time. It's weird problem, I know. Good thing is, after today, I've almost got all my work finished, so starting next week I'll have a lot more time. Doesn't mean I'll be doing more videos, potentially. Who knows? This is very weird. He just butt stomps on enemies. Okay. I'm fine. I want to know what his skill 3 range is. Basically just a drill. Not as crazy as Nero's skill 3, obviously. There you go. Dual wield already. Perfect. Now we can do it again. We're gonna do like 2 tries. 1 try, we'll do what we already did. 2nd try, you'll see. Okay, let's go in again. And now put on dual wield. And what second weapon? Well, obviously Trishula. And we're gonna go in again. And maybe we'll definitely see more damage than last time, but by how much is a question. And then we're gonna try X-Bet Sarah. And see how it goes. I always like testing that. Maybe I should have put on something like Theophilus, because then it can group them together and I'll be able to do a better job. Okay, let's just spam skills and see how much more damage it does with dual wield on. Not bad. Break. Oh, I didn't expect a break. Get your special so I can use it. I want to use a special. Perfect. Well, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad, but here's what's gonna change your mind. Just wait for it. I don't know how good or bad this will be. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, let's try this again, but with the team. I mean, we could use... Yes, perfect. And then...
There wouldn't be a show without me.
Don't want you to use skills. I think I might change your build, didn't I? Because I used you. Maybe not. That's fine. And then Theophilus, and then we're fine. Then we go in with Sarah, because I know someone has that. And then we can see how this goes. A lot better. I don't know what skill is his main DPS, I really don't. But I'll try skill 3. Mostly, I think, I don't know. Charge, frontal jumping, wide area, long range. His range for skill 1 was quite interesting. So this should be fine. Let's go and do it, see how this goes. He should be able to hit cap. Usually most units do. With all these buffs, they usually do. I always forget because there's so much stuff you need to do. For what exactly? Good thing yours level 10. Actually, it doesn't matter. Really? There you go. And then Theophilus. And then we'll see how much damage this is, because it should be pretty good. I always get surprised. Oh, Theophilus. And skill 3. Okay, they're dead. From one skill 3, which is nice. Very nice. I like that. That was like 41k, I think. Which, not the highest, we've seen like 50,000, but that's his base stats, base skills and everything, so that was pretty good. His skill 3 hit counts does make up for it, and his weapon, paid weapon, I don't know what the chance is, but having 18 hit skill 3 and having chance for extra attacks, pretty good, and decent damage cap too. Could have some decent damage potential, but again, he's not going to be the best DPS, he's just going to be a decent one. Probably just good at both tank and DPS, but not the best at any of them. Seems like it. But yeah, I think that's everything I can do for this stream. I have no idea how long it is because my live timer reset for some unknown reason. It's still doing the stupid update, and it's at 74%. Really? Well, I guess my conclusion of this so far, I can say the main thing, don't do what I did because I'm stupid and I want this arc. So I highly recommend not to do any summons or just do 1 or 2 because he's a permanent unit. The only problem is this arc is a UR arc that isn't going to be available for a while after this banner's gone. So you could do a few summons, but don't chase for it unless you're super pay to win or someone that just wants it that badly. And that's pretty much all I can say. Murren seems like a good unit, nothing crazy. I still want to test him out some more. And the UR arc, I definitely do like it because the traits and the learnable skills on it seem pretty good. I'm still waiting to get it to level 10. Once I get it to level 10, I'll start learning the giant killing 2 on a lot of units because it seems like it's worth it. 12 SC for 2000 damage cap against bosses, pretty useful. So yeah, I can definitely see myself using that a lot on units that don't have it. Maybe even on like a Roy for like multiplayer. I might do that. I very might do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this stream, I think, / video. Next unit probably in 2 weeks from now. We have no idea what it's gonna be. I'm gonna expect a collab. Well, I'm not gonna expect it. I'm just not gonna be surprised if it is a collab. It's either gonna be a collab or DOH unit. It can't really be anything else. I don't think there's anything coming up anytime soon. Actually, I think I know. I think summer is coming up soon, so there's potentially could be a summer unit coming in the next, I don't know how long. I don't know when they release Summer Alice. I should probably check that because I don't know what month that was in. But I know it's definitely coming around summer quite soon, maybe in like a month or 2. I'm probably going to check whenever I did that. It was, when was it? 9 months ago. So I guess we still got a few months. That was in July. So yeah, we still got like 2 months for summer unit, probably. So it's not going to be now. But, so I guess the next unit is probably a collab or just a DOH unit. We've had a few DOH units recently, so maybe a collab, but it depends. We'll have to see how it goes, but yeah. I think that's everything. And it's 5:30 here, so I've really got to get some dinner. I thought the stream was going to be a lot shorter. It was still under 2 hours, I guess, but there you go. So yeah, thanks for coming. And if you do summon, just remember he's a permanent unit, and you don't need him that badly. I wouldn't recommend to summon for him specifically. And remember, tickets, you could get him from tickets. If you've been stocking up on tickets, you could just use these instead. Because if I go look at probability really quickly, even though you can't see it, it says Murren is here, 0.088%. You could get Murren from tickets, so keep that in mind. I'm still saving these because I wanted the Ark and we got the unit anyway, so there you go. I didn't need to use those tickets, so I'm just going to save those for the next permanent unit. But yeah, thanks for coming, and I'll see you in about 2 weeks from now, most likely. I'm probably just going to have a break from now, just chill out, play some games and stuff. I might try and do some videos or something, we'll see how it goes, but mostly just been focusing on these live streams because haven't had much time recently or felt like doing anything really. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one about 2 weeks from now. Hope you enjoy this event. There is going to be a part 2 next week, so yeah.